Today's program is brought to you by pennystockprofessor.com. For all the best OTCBB stock picks, sign up at pennystockprofessor.com.
Thank you for tuning in to another TBC Daily News Update. I'm Brandon Vincent.
And I'm Angelina Soriano. The U.S. is injecting another $3.8 billion into GMAC Financial Services to help cover mortgage losses in a bailout that makes the government the majority owner of the auto and home finance company. GMAC said after the capital infusion, it does not expect to record more major losses from its mortgage lending unit, which should help stabilize results. The company is one of the largest car loan makers in the United States, and earning profit will give it more capacity to make loans and eventually pay back the government. Many analysts see GMAC's mortgage assets, which make up about a third of the company's $178.2 billion balance sheet, as the main obstacle to the leader reached profitability. Those assets have already forced GMAC to seek new funds. Before Wednesday's capital infusion, GMAC had already received $12.5 billion of aid from the United States. A government test of the company's capital in May, known as the stress test, found that GMAC needed $11.5 billion of equity. About $9.1 billion of that equity had to be new capital, while the rest would come from converting existing capital into new instruments such as common equity. Health insurer Aetna Incorporation said on Wednesday it expects to take a charge of $60 million to $65 million in the fourth quarter of 2009 to cover costs associated with job cuts and real estate consolidation. The company expects to take an after-tax charge of $40 million associated with its previously announced plan to cut 625 jobs, as well as consolidation of real estate. A similar-sized workforce reduction to be completed by the end of the first quarter of 2010 is expected to result in a charge of about $20 million to $25 million after taxes, the Hartford, Connecticut-based company said. Aetna said the job cuts are based on the company's membership outlook for 2010 and made in preparation for the impact that health care reform and regulatory changes may have on the company's business. After the job cuts are completed, Aetna will have about 34,300 employees. U.S. trucking giant YRC Worldwide said on Thursday it averted bankruptcy by successfully negotiating a critical debt for equity exchange that wipes out $470 million in debt and gives the struggling company access to needed credit as it restructures. The company said holders of 88% of the company's outstanding notes had agreed to the swap, including 70% of YRC's 8.5% notes. It was that group of note holders who had been holding up the exchange and who have been publicly pressured in recent days by the company's union to agree to the deal. On Wednesday, YRC had warned that if enough note holders did not agree to the swap, it might need to file for bankruptcy. Under the terms of the swap, YRC said it will issue to lending note holders approximately 37 million shares of common stocks and 4.346 million shares of Class A convertible preferred stock, which together on an as-if converted basis will represent approximately 94% of the company's total issued and outstanding common stock. Shares of U.S. staffing company Kforce Incorporation jumped 12% in early NASDAQ trading, a day after the U.S. government reversed a suspension notice against one of its fastest-growing units. The agreement requires KGS to enhance its compliance program, training, and controls, but authorizes the company to enter into a new and renewed federal business. The U.S. Department of the Interior had barred a Kforce government services unit this month from participating in new or renewed business with government agencies. At issue was a $79,000 fixed-price contract with the Bureau of Land Management. Kforce has to return the profit on the 2008 order. The high-margin government services has been providing services to U.S. federal agencies for 38 years and is estimated to generate about 12% of Kforce's 2010 revenue, but a bigger proportion of its profit. Analysts have noted any blow to reputation could be costly in the highly competitive field of government staffing. Sadati & Company last week trimmed 2010 earnings estimates for the company.
I'm Kathy Hill, and I founded Tax Tiger to help people just like you with IRS problems.
We lost our business in this recession and owed the IRS $61,000. We hired a well-known company we saw on TV but lost our money with no results.
Thankfully, we found Tax Tiger, who negotiated a low settlement of $260.
Tax Tiger gave us our lives back.
The experts at Tax Tiger are so caring and professional, we highly recommend them.
Call us now for a free consultation and let the experts at Tax Tiger give you a good night's sleep.
In fashion news, Anyone who has shopped for men's underwear in the last decade will understand the significance of this moment. For a while there, it seemed that among the racks of Calvin Klein's fluorescent orange briefs, Varsity's striped contraptions from 2X, and those right-to-the-point leopard print thongs from Poppy, there was little room for old-fashioned tighty-whities. The style is the basic bikini brief sold in a 3-pack. A few years ago, brands started coming out with more and more collections and retiring them sooner, said Michael Kleinman, the president of Freshwear, a 10-year-old online underwear retailer. But when the economy started changing, they scaled it back. Other companies are no longer going as deeply into what Mr. Kleinman calls the fashion industry, meaning underwear the color of Skittles. And multi-packs, which seem as offering more value, have become popular during the recession, like those of Ralph Lauren and Tommy Hilfiger sold at Macy's. An Alfini 5-pack crew neck t-shirt introduced at Macy's in November is outselling a 3-pack since the price per shirt is cheaper. But at the same time, Mr. Kleinman said more expensive body shaping styles for men, a new category of underwear designed to enhance certain body parts and minimize others, are taking off. So if history is repeated, those Calvin Klein bikini briefs may not be around forever. A happy shopper who noted their product review posted on Macys.com wrote, "I am going to buy more just in case they phase out of this great brief."
Thank you for tuning in to another TBC Daily News Update. I'm Brandon Vincent.
And I'm Angelina Soriano.